Hello everybody, it's Kurt Stubbs and this is my final project reflection. I'm coming to you live from beautiful and sunny Columbus, Ohio today. So without further ado, let's get this started. So the first thing I want to address is my objectives and how I met them. The first one says students are able to define probability in sample space, you can see there. And probability, we just kind of did a little group discussion because the students came in with a good bit of prior knowledge of what probability is, and they were able to express that to me in their own words through some group discussions. They get this a little bit in fifth and sixth grade. But the second thing there, sample space, they were a little less familiar with that. I started to use the term total outcomes, which helped a little bit. How I addressed this objective was I created a ed puzzle, which is creates an active learning and engaging learning environment for the students to work through a video and answer some questions. The video stops and pauses along the way. So this was a good way to introduce sample space. After that, we talked about it a little bit more, and I think it brought their understanding up a little bit. The second one there says students can estimate probabilities from experimental data. Well, we had two problems that addressed this objective in the Pear Deck, which I created using Google Slides, and then I made it an interactive Pear Deck. Pear Deck is just an add-on Google extension that you could try out. I highly recommend it. The students can type answers onto the slides and things like that. So we addressed this with a couple of different problems. The first one, the students were given the results from a spinner, so the results were already done in a table, and they were asked to define what the sample space was, and then they were asked to reason on whether each different color was equally likely to occur. The final question asked them to estimate the probability of each color based off of the results from the spinner. So I really like this question. It really prided their ability to define sample space and really know what that is. And then the second question, it was a follow-up to question number one. So they gave the kids four different options of spinners, and the students had to use their reasoning skills to determine which spinner that those results from their table in number one was the spinner used to come up with those results. And the students answered this on the Pear Deck, and then we were able to have a group discussion on this, and the students were able to talk amongst each other in a group setting, and we were able to kind of learn from each other and kind of pick the brains of the students and what their reasonings were for choosing a particular spinner. The third thing there says students are able to determine the difference in experimental and theoretical probability. Well, this was kind of the big objective of the lesson. So I introduced this to a quick intro video using Powtoons, which we did on one of our assignments. Another assignment, I used a visual aid that the students could continue to bring up, and it showed the difference between theoretical and experimental probability. You could check that out on the slideshow. And then I modeled the situation using the Wii video of a theoretical probability versus experimental probability situation using a coin. And then the students were asked to do a problem which I created using a Google drawing, so the students could type directly once they made their own copy, they could type directly into the Google Doc that I created using the Google drawing, and then they could share their results with me. So that was how I met that one, and then we end with an exit ticket which tied all three objectives into one problem. This was an easy way to assess the students on their overall understanding of these learning objectives. I asked the students at the end of the slideshow to type or draw the two things that they learned from today's lesson, and they know I'm always looking for the big thing there. And the lesson with challenge problems to enrich those students that work a little bit quicker. My reflection on the project was, man, I really Thought it came together over the course of the class, thinking about it, working on some of the different assignments that I was able to add into the project. I really think it came together really well. I had my thoughts all over the place, and I started placing some of the different assignments in the slideshows and seeing where they fit. And after some trial and error, I think it all came together pretty well. The students really enjoy the different, with the visual aids and the ed puzzles and the quick videos and just different ways to express their learning of a particular topic and the objective. So I really thought the project came together very well over the course of time. How did I use the ISTE Standard, Student and Educator Standards? Well, from an educator point of view, I thought that the standard that I picked fits the project that I created because I using Pear Deck and Google Slides. The project met the Ohio Learning Standards, and I used digital tools and free resources to invite and engage my students in a deeper learning environment. As far as from a student standpoint, I was looking at this from my perspective as a student. It says students were able to leverage technology to take an active role in choosing, achieving, and demonstrating competency in their learning goals informed by learning sciences. Students articulate and set personal learning goals, develop strategies leveraging technology to achieve them, and reflect the learning process itself to improve learning outcomes. Well, I thought I did this throughout this class and throughout this project, was constantly reflecting on what I was doing and why I was using this technology in my particular assignments and in this project. How did I meet the TPAC intersections? I thought that this came together quite nicely. You can see the diagram there. You got your technological knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, and content knowledge. I thought my project hit all three of these right there in the middle in that sweet spot. Obviously using a good bit of technology in this project. Content, obviously we're meeting the Ohio Learning Math Standards, so that was addressed. But pedagogical, this is something I really had to start thinking about, kind of not only just how I'm presenting the information, but how the students learn. And, over the course of a year, I've got a better understanding of my students and what works for them and what doesn't work for them. So providing a variety of ways to show that they are learning and showing from their point of view how they learn, or what they can use to show me that they are learning. I thought that I've done a lot of reflection on this over the course of this class. My one big takeaway from this particular project was I think that this has really forced me to think about what I am doing and not just creating assignment to kind of check it off the box, but I think it has really forced me to think about the pedagogical side of things, not just what I'm teaching, but how my students are learning. And that's something that, when you get up into the year, when things are moving fast, sometimes you're just trying to get an assignment out there. It covers the standards or the objectives. But I think this project and this class in general has really made me reflect on what it is that I'm presenting. And is it just fluff and just getting something out there to get it out there? Or is this really helping my students in the way that they learn? So I would say that that's my big takeaway. I just want to say thank you to everybody in this class. You've been wonderful. I've learned so much from each and every one of you. Thank you for Professor Dr. Kimball. She is a great person to learn from and just a joy to work with. So I just want to thank you for everybody in this class and everything that you guys have taught me and I've learned from you throughout this class and your feedback. So have a wonderful Saturday, everybody.